Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? It is cooler here today. We had a little bit of rain yesterday and it rained a little bit today, but I woke up and it was really cloudy and the high is only 87 degrees. Can y'all believe it? Yay! Finally a break in the heat after having, 100 degrees, 107 degrees. It's about time we got some good weather. But I saw on the news that Alaska is having flooding and houses are, sliding down hillsides and everything. God bless them. Prayers for Alaska. Oh, I pray for everybody that is enduring all the rain and all the flooding and everything. I know that it's happening in a lot of parts of the world right now. So it's just part of, this the climate changing. Prayers to everybody that's encountering, devastating problems with this climate. God bless you all. Okay, do you remember I told y'all that RFK Jr. was only out for himself, and now he's endorsed Trump, of course. But what I was really surprised about was I watched a video on YouTube with Marianne Williamson, and in the video at the very beginning she kind of takes up for him, and evidently she's friends with him. She calls him Bobby, but she was kind of commiserating the fact that the Democratic establishment treated them both really badly. And I can see her point, because they did when she was running for president. They made fun of her and they didn't, take her seriously. But maybe, just maybe, they could see through the facade. And this was basically a chance for him to have a do-over, and be taken seriously. But, that didn't happen because he wasn't getting the attention that he wanted or needed. And I hear that he went to the Harris campaign and they didn't want anything to do with him, But yeah, so we know what happened. He went towards Donald Trump. But I do feel like he was in a place in his life. That's what I'm getting, that I want to do something good in my life. I want to, I want people to remember me for doing something good, like his uncle and his father. So he wanted to live up to the Kennedy name. And once you already have a reputation, it's really hard to run from that reputation. But I feel like that's kind of what he was trying to do. Let me do something good, and let me wipe out everything else that I've done. But it doesn't work like that if you have a reputation. Unfortunately, people aren't as forgiving as we'd hoped they would be. Page of Wands. RFK Jr., he really does like Donald Trump. He thinks Donald Trump has some good ideas. I think what he likes most about Donald Trump is that he's fearless and he's tough and he's full of confidence. So he's the strong man. So it kind of, I guess he's a man's man. So that's one of the reasons why he's gravitated towards Donald Trump. Ten of Pentacles. And it doesn't hurt that Donald Trump has a lot of money. To RFK Jr., Trump looks like a really solid guy with his family supporting him. So RFK Jr., doesn't have that support from his family. He looks at Donald Trump, and Donald Trump has everything that he wishes he had. So, it's like he's mixing up family values with I have a rich daddy and I sure in the hell better support him. It's kind of like he's mixing it up. So he's kind of in awe of Donald Trump that he has all this family support, and he has a lot of support from the public also. We know his numbers are high. So he's just is looking at him as he's inspirational to RFK Jr. Too bad. The Chariot in reverse. RFK Jr., buddied up to Trump because he was feeling powerless. And Trump is a strong guy. And if you're feeling powerless, you go to the strong guy, right? So that's what he's done. He has been in cahoots with Donald Trump. He's throwing his lot in with Trump. It's like he was giving away his own power. This is a power card, but it's in the reverse. So he gave away his power to Donald Trump. And, we know that he said he endorsed Donald Trump and he telling all his voters go vote for Donald Trump. But I don't know if his voters actually like Donald Trump. They haven't been through the things that he has. We're all not admiring Donald Trump for the things that RFK Jr. is admiring him for. And that's one thing that RFK Jr. doesn't understand. We're not going to admire Trump. And not that I'm not saying that I was voting for RFK Jr., but I think that the people that were voting for him aren't going to admire Trump, the way they admired him. Two of Pentacles. RFK Jr., he was struggling. He was struggling in the polls. He was struggling to be heard. He was struggling to get recognized. He's been struggling most of his life, actually. And along comes Donald Trump. And he knows Donald Trump doesn't line up with what he feels passionate about. But he's willing to make a trade with the devil, Trump has promised him a place in his cabinet. He's already on the transition team. But he is hoping that Trump will stick to his promise and give him a job in his cabinet. So, he's hitched his wagon to Donald Trump. Like all of us, RFK Jr., it's not that he's all bad. He's done some good. He does have some good value, just like everybody else. He does believe in things that need to be corrected, we need help with here. It is true. But in Donald Trump's mind, RFK Jr. is a useful idiot. Unfortunately, that's the way that I see this reading going, and I'll tell you why. So, Three of Swords. So at the end of the day, it's going to be sorrow and heartbreak for RFK Jr. He is delusional. If he thinks Trump cares anything about him or what happens to him, he's delusional, basically. I just see some heartbreak coming for him. The Moon. This is that delusional card. And Trump will blame RFK Jr. for, dragging him down. So in the end, he's gonna end up bad-mouthing him, just like everybody else. I thought by his endorsement, I would gain votes or something, but he's gonna say no. He's just dragging me down. He's gonna just say hateful, hurtful things about him. So this is, like I said, that delusion card. So what RFK was hoping would happen, it was just an illusion. And he's delusional to think that anything else would, take place. He should know who Trump is. He really should. The truth is, Trump hurts himself, but he'll take it out on anybody else. It's never his fault. And he needs a fall guy So, RFK Jr. will end up being his fall guy. And it's very sad, when you hit your wagon to, the wrong team, you get pulled in the wrong direction. Okay. I'm going to talk a little bit what's been going on here in my house. It's been crazy here because it always is. We've always got something going on here. And let me tell y'all, I've talked about it before. I believe I've said we want to sell our house. We want to downsize. We have 3 acres of land here. It's getting harder and harder for my husband to take care of it. Our house is about 3,000 square foot. It's ranch style. It's Mediterranean, but it's 1 floor. So it's a big sprawling house. We want to get into something smaller. We have, our children living here and a grandchild living here. And it's time for us to get into something smaller and be more comfortable so that we can maybe go travel and do some other things. So we're hoping to sell. And we have decided, we've had realtors start coming out. So last week we had a realtor come out, and a couple of days after he left, we were sitting in the living room and I heard this kind of scraping sound. I didn't know what it was. We had just been outside. We had just watered. It was in the evening. And we looked at each other and we're like, what is that? And we're like, I don't know. And then it was kind of thundering. It started thundering. A huge wind had come up. We have this huge umbrella. We have 2 umbrellas on our patio. One is a smaller table umbrella, and one is a great big old commercial umbrella that's wooden. It's beautiful. It's it's a green, real heavy canvas. You've seen them before, I'm sure. It's a beautiful one. It's very nice. But, if it was going to rain or if the wind was going to blow, we would take it and put it down. There was nothing in the weather saying that the wind was coming, rain was coming, or anything. A big gust of wind came and just took it. And it's anchored. It's anchored with a table, has a heavy base, and my husband actually had it even tied off to the side. It took the whole table down. How the table didn't break, I don't know, but one of the arms on the wooden umbrella broke. My heart broke. My heart broke because it's such a beautiful umbrella. I don't know if my husband's going to be able to fix it or not. So that was the first thing that broke. So this is a series of things breaking. So we put all the chairs, we put the other umbrella, we take everything down, we put it all on, put it up against the house underneath the porch, because the wind just started blowing and some rain came, and within 30 minutes it was all finished and done and over with. It was just a little thunderstorm that came up out of nowhere. It's really hot, and sometimes that happens. So our whole porch was a mess, a big mess. This week we have realtors coming Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So we're trying to, pick a realtor to represent us and to sell our house for us. And we're trying to pick the best person, that can help us and is worthy of all the money that they're going to receive, because it's expensive. It really is. You have to pay a lot for a realtor to sell your house. So Monday morning we wake up and, I knew it was going to be a really busy day because I needed to get my house in order. I needed to clean the house and get it all in order. And I don't know if y'all saw the video, the little short that I put out. If you haven't, go back to my page, my channel. Go back to my channel and look it up. And there's a short video of what Addie Cat did. I woke up in the morning and she had shred the mini blinds. I left the bedroom. I shut the door and left the bedroom, and I came back. So I woke up, made some coffee, came back in here, and I guess there was a fly or something in the window. She must have jumped at it and then just fell all the way down. She just ripped the mini blinds. I mean, tore them up like you would not believe. And I was like, oh my God. So, I know what to do though. I know I can order them on at Home Depot and put it back right back up. So I knew I could get that fixed. I didn't know if they had the size that I needed or anything like that, if I would have it ready before a realtor came here. But I was like, okay, I can deal with that. That's, shit happens, whatever. Go out. My daughter's leaving. She says, I noticed the sink in my bathroom isn't draining. It's backed up. I'm like, okay, we'll see to that. So I knew I had to work with the sink. Maybe there was a hair clog or something in it. The girls all have long hair and everything, so maybe some junk is in it. All right, I'll take care of that. No problem. I go look at it. Water is standing in the sink. So I put some hot water down it. Sometimes if it's just a small clog, hot water will fix it. Didn't work. Next thing that happens is it's getting hotter and hotter on that side of the house. We have central air conditioners on both sides of our house. And the one on the left side where the kids' rooms are wasn't working. The air was hot. It was just blowing hot air. It wasn't cooling at all. And we smelled something, strange, like a little burning smell. And we were like, what is that? What's that burning smell? Well, it was the capacitor and the blower burning out. So I told my husband when he got up, something's wrong with the air conditioner. And we smelled this burning smell. And he said he needed to go up into the attic and check on, the capacitor. I don't know, check on the blower. Oh my God, my attic is full, y'all. I have a daughter that moved in here, and of course my junk too. We have it stuffed full in the attic and in the garage everywhere. So I have to take down boxes out of the attic. I hand him all my Christmas crap. I hand it to him so he can put it down, so he can crawl up there. I want to ask you guys something. When you're going to do a job, and I'm saying the guys, the men, when you're going to do a job, do you get all your tools ready? Do you anticipate what you're going to need? Get it all ready, get comfortable, and start working? My husband doesn't do that. You guys, he yelled my name so many times. I said, oh my God, I'm going to kill this man. I tried to make him as comfortable as I could. I gave him a little stool to sit on because he has back problems. He's 74 years old. He's up there in a hot attic. It was nerve-wracking as it is. Gave him a little stool, put it up there and everything. And I said, do you need a light? Because it's kind of dark in here. No, I got a light. I'm like, okay. So I start working on the sink in the bathroom. But I'm not far from where the attic entrance is. It's very close to the kids' bathroom. So I start working on the sink. That's another issue. That is another issue. The plug in the sink. My daughter had taken the cap off the little plug. So when I went down at the bottom, I wanted to take the plug out. So you have to disconnect it from the pipe underneath the sink. So I disconnected it, and because it doesn't have the cap on it, it fell into the trap. Yeah. Now I have a big problem. If I don't take the pipes apart, the stopper is in, the plug is in the trap. Oh my God. So, I had to unscrew all the pipe and everything, and it had water in it, so I had to get a bucket, make sure the water didn't go everywhere, unscrew everything, get it out of the trap. Couldn't tell my husband that I did that because I'm trying to help him, not stress him out more. So I'm like, I'm just going to get this and fix it on my own without telling him that I did something stupid. But of course, in the middle of me doing that, he says, Trudy. And I'm like, what? And I run over there, I go, what is it? Can you bring me a screwdriver? Yeah, sure. I'll get it. Go get him a screwdriver. Trudy. What? Can you bring me a light? Yes, I'll bring you a light. I asked you if you wanted a light. Okay. Go back to the sink. Trudy, can you bring me a fan? Oh my God. Trudy, is the air conditioner off? If it's, is it in the off? He kept calling me every few seconds. I was just like, oh my God, I'm going to change my name. Please. This is how it is. Anytime he's doing something, I try to get out of his way because if he knows I'm there, he will call me every 2 seconds. Then he was like, can you get a video? Can you send me a video, of how to take this cover off the furnace, the blower? And I'm like, I looked it up and I said, you got all the screws off. You just need to pry it off. It was stuck. He banged it a few times. He got it off. So then he saw that the capacitor was completely burned out, took it out. And where do you get another capacitor, AC capacitor? We have a friend that has an AC business, thank God. And he sent him a picture of it and he said, I'll bring you a capacitor, after I finished my work. So he was working on somebody else's air conditioner and he brought us the capacitor yesterday afternoon around lunchtime. So got the AC blower working, everything was good, and he left. And I got the pipe all back together, and it was still, the water still wasn't going down. So of course I should have done this in the very beginning, but now I'm thinking, I guess I should put some Drano down it. Let me try some Drano. So I put Drano down it in 1 hour. It was totally cleaned out and good. So my husband tightened the pipes for me and everything's good to go. I put the stopper back in. Everything's fine. I put the little top back on the stopper so that would not happen. That I hope my daughter didn't take it back off again because she has physically taken it off. But anyway, everything's, sink isn't backed up anymore. AC is blowing. I went to Home Depot, picked up the mini blinds. My husband I took the mini blinds down and he put them up. We worked as a team. So the mini blinds are fixed and I even bought an extra set of blinds just in case she does that to another one. Because I have 6 windows here of mini blinds. So I just got an extra one just in case something like that happens again. I can just change it real quick. So I'm ready. I'm ready for another problem. Wake up this morning. It's blowing hot again, y'all. Air conditioner was blowing hot. I can't believe it. It needed Freon. So and it was iced over. The air conditioner was iced over. I Googled it and I told my husband it needs Freon. That's what Google says. Call our friend back. He comes here and he puts Freon in it and it's all nice and cold. Air conditioner's working good. Everybody's happy. Everything is dealt with. Thank God. It was a really long day. So we were just exhausted, running to Home Depot and, getting everything done and feeling stressed out and trying to do some cleaning also because the realtors come in the morning at 11 o'clock in the morning. So we finally sat down. We were like, well, it was a good day. We got things done. We managed, we dealt with it. Put it that way. When something happens, you go with it and you deal with it. It's just an experience. And I remembered Bashar's words were, we're not beings having a spiritual experience. We're spirits having a human experience. And I always think about that, Well, while we're sitting there being so proud of ourselves, my phone rings. I say, hello, my daughter's calling me. She had left to go to the post office and to go pick up her son from school. Well, she's stopped at the park because it's midway, it's right down from the post office, and they have a little book section where you can drop off a book or pick up a book. And she had some books she was dropping off, and she went and dropped off the books, and her car wouldn't start. She's like, my car is dead. I'm supposed to pick up Brody. He's getting out of school in 5 minutes. So I said, we're on our way. We're coming to get you. So we drove to the park. We picked her up. Then we drove and picked up our grandson. And then we drove back to the park. And my husband jumped her car and got it started. And then he drove her to AutoZone to buy a new battery for her car. The fun never ends. It just never ends. But I'm grateful that we were able to help her, that we were close enough by, and that, we can help her. So that's what, families need to help each other. That's what we're here for. So I'm just grateful we were able to help her. And I got everything I needed done. Before I went to bed last night, I was just folding laundry and getting everything put together for this morning. And I don't know if y'all experience this, but every time I wash clothes, every pair of my husband's underwear is wrong side out. When I put the laundry in the wash, every one of his socks are rolled up into a ball. I mean, into a ball. And if you have animals like I do, you know that there is fur on that sock. And if you don't take that sock and pull it right side out, that you wash it, there's going to be hair stuck to the sock. So you've got to unfurl the socks. So every time I wash clothes, I'm unfurling socks first when I'm sorting the laundry. I wish he would just throw them in there right side out, along with his underwear. Because every underwear, I have to pull them right side out and then fold them, pull them right side out and fold them. I don't know. It's just the thing. I was just laughing when I was folding the clothes last night, thinking every single pair of underwear is wrong side out. And some of you might be thinking, why doesn't my husband fold his own clothes? Or why doesn't my husband do his own laundry? Well, let me tell you why. Many, many years ago, me and my husband had an argument. Can you believe that we had an argument? I mean, years ago. My kids were really, really little. And I don't remember exactly what the argument was, but I know I was angry because I worked full time. I had little children, and he worked, we both worked full time. He would come home, he would get on his recliner, and he would fall asleep while I took care of the children, fed the children, bathed the children, put the children to bed. So my whole night was, busy. And he was relaxed. I would wash dishes, I would cook, wash dishes, feed the kids, everything. Everything was on me. I wanted to kill him all the time. So I don't know. We had some kind of fight, and I'm sure it was around you're doing nothing, because I told him you can do your own laundry. I'm sick of doing things for you. I'm tired of it. So I told him, you do your own laundry. Well, he went out. The washer and dryer were out in the garage. He goes out in the garage to do his laundry. He comes back with the dial of my washing machine. He broke the whole dial off the washing machine. I'm like, oh my God, he had to have turned it backwards. It only turns one way, so he had to turn it. It was broke. It wouldn't go back on. I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe you broke the dial just trying to wash clothes. It tells you, put it on this dial. You can read, a load of laundry, cottons, whites, whatever. But, I was mad at him, so I didn't really help him learn how to do it. But he broke my washing machine. And so I was like, give it to me. And that was the last time I ever asked him to do any laundry. So that's why he doesn't do laundry. He would fold laundry if I asked him. I've put it on the bed before and been folding it, and he'll come up and he'll fold it with me. But yeah, it's just that there's so much to do sometimes, and you get angry that you see somebody else isn't doing their fair share, right? But we're past all that now. We're past that. That was when your kids are really young, there's a lot of stress going on, especially when the division of labor is all lopsided, You guys probably experienced that at some time in your life. You can identify with that. But yeah, now I do his laundry and fold it, and I just look at it and go, oh my God, why does every pair of underwear wrong side out? I don't know. I guess that's how you take off your underwear, right? Throw it in the dirty clothes, wrong side out. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Thank y'all for joining me and listening to me. I appreciate it. We are going to sell our house. We're going to have another realtor come here tomorrow. The lady that came today, I think we're going to go with her. We have 2 more people coming. We had, like I said, we had one a week ago. We didn't really, he told us not to sell our house. He said, you should wait. You shouldn't sell your house right now. What? I mean, aren't you in the business to make money? How, if you told people don't sell your house, how would you make money? What? I didn't get that. My husband comes on really strong. He's got a very strong personality. Some of you that have listened to him and seen us in videos, you can see he's got a strong personality. And I think the man that came and spoke to us didn't want to deal with him. I told him, you scared him off. He didn't want to deal with you. Yeah, that's what I think. So, but when we're dealing with women, my husband, he speaks differently to women than he does to men. He's nicer to them, and he's all cute, fun. You know what I mean? He's not like that with men. With men, it's don't try to screw me. I'm smarter than you. You know. So it'll be better if we go with the woman. A woman. This lady that came to our house was actually the realtor that sold my daughter's house. She used to live next door to me about 8 years ago. And she sold her house, and she sold it pretty quickly. So I have a lot of respect for her, and you know, my daughter thought the world of her. So we're probably going to go with her, and I think she can deal with my husband really good. It takes a strong woman to deal with him, let me tell you. So I think we'll probably end up going with her. Anyway, if you guys would like to get a reading with me, please look down below. There's my email. I'm still doing readings. I'm doing healing sessions. I got a request from my granddaughter. When was it? Day before yesterday. Oh, it was on after Saturday, so Sunday. She has a shoulder problem. She's already had shoulder surgery. She plays volleyball for Vassar. And she said, Grandma, can you please do a healing session for me? My shoulder's hurting. Poor baby. I hope she doesn't hurt her shoulder where she needs more surgery. You know, she's doing repetitive movements all the time. But if you need a healing session, for you, yourself, a pet, let me know, okay? Just email me, look down below. I'll be happy to do a healing session for you. If you need a chakra balancing, energy cleanse for your house or home, please contact me. Okay, guys, love y'all so much. Take care. Thanks for listening to me. This was a long one. Love you. Talk to you again soon. Do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. Bye for now.